Okay, my beautiful friends, how are you? If you guys need any readings or conversation, I don't do just tarot. Did you know that I would say 8 out of 10 meetings, out of 10 sessions, we don't even use the tarots. I am a sensitive. I really don't need the tarots. The tarots just tell you what you already know, confirmations, but there's a lot of things that you don't know about yourself, and that's when I use my sensitivity. You see, when you've died and came back, you can ask anyone who has such experience. They will tell you the same thing. You don't come back completely. You leave a piece of, you don't leave. You end up with 1 foot here, 1 foot there, so that the door stays ajar and communication can come through easily instead of then. Otherwise, it'd be extremely difficult for your guides to speak to you and so on and so forth. You guys, I've had 3 instances of someone materializing right in front of me, right before me, in my living room, 6 feet from me. 3 times. Now, the first time I jumped, I almost touched the ceiling. I jumped so high. I screamed. I mean, can you imagine you're just minding your own business on a Sunday afternoon? You got your feet on the table, looking at your phone, whatever, and all of a sudden, a beautiful woman. I never forget her. Black hair, like Egyptian cut, floral design dress, short sleeves, like summer dress. The dress was black with huge white flowers. You know those huge white flowers. And about 35 years of age, looking at me like this, like, can you imagine? Can you imagine minding your own business, you're alone in the house, and 6 feet in front of you, someone materializes, looking at you, smiling at you? I jumped 10 meters up in the air. I said, I'm going to sell this house. I want nothing to do. There's a ghost in the house. But then I realized, no, I ain't going to. Well, it's a ghost, but it's not a ghost. It's just a spirit who, knowing that the door is ajar, just peeked in and say, hi, Marco. And that happened 3 times, my dear friends. So this is why, having this gift, whatever you want to call it, it allows me to receive downloads freely. I get all sorts of downloads. I don't know anything. But whenever my guides decide to send information, I get it. I predicted the Japan tsunami some 11 years ago. It was 2 days before. I told my wife, I said, there's going to be something really, really bad happening in Japan. She said, what are you worried about? I woke up in the morning and said, yeah. I said, I saw so much water. So many dead people. It's total destruction. And she says, what are you worried about? Anyway, 2 days later, CNN says big floods in Japan. In Chile, in Brazil, same thing. I know there's going to be, I'm sorry, you guys, in BC, I'm sorry, but there's going to be a big one in BC very soon. A big one. When my mother-in-law died 2 days before she came to say goodbye to me, I told my wife, I said, I hope you don't mind. I'm taking a 1 minute side step here. I think this is interesting stuff to talk about. I woke up a Sunday morning and I said, you need to go see your mom. She was only 63 in Morocco. She said, why? I says, just go see her, please. Just go see her. She says, Marco, why? There is no reason. I was there 3 months ago and I just talked to her yesterday. She's fine. I says, listen to me, please. And no, she said, it's okay. I said, please, listen to me. Just go see your mom. Anyways, we went to sleep. 2 days later, I wake up. No, this happened on a Friday. And then Sunday morning, Sunday is the only day that I sleep in a little bit longer. All of a sudden, I hear my wife screaming like you wouldn't even believe it. Oh, my God. She was in the living room. I was in the bedroom, of course. I knew her right away. So I went to see her. She said, my mom died. My mom died. How did you know? How did you know? I said, Sakina, I'm sorry. I told you to go see her. Your mom, she, I saw her in this huge, infinite field of beautiful green grass up to almost there, right here. And the grass was going like this, beautifully. And the sky was beautiful, but there was no sky. It was like empty. But it was like orange and brownish and kind of dark, but still beautiful, colorful. And she was saying she was wearing a white robe, and she was kind of walking back slowly in the grass, getting farther and farther away. So, goodbye, Marco, like this. She loved me like crazy. Like my mother-in-law, like she really, really loved me. Goodbye, Marco. And anyways, you guys, this is what's all about, right? When you die and come back, you don't come back completely. The door is left ajar, so your guides and whoever wants to talk to you and information comes to you a lot easier than if the door were closed. Anyone who's been there, done that, I'll tell you the same thing, okay? You're totally changed. Some people don't want to talk about it. Some people don't know what to do with it. Some people go inwards. Some people become depressed. Instead, I welcome it, and I said, the more the better. I tell them, is that all you got? I told Seth, look, I want to know everything. I want to know what God is. And some people say, Marco, there's no way. No, I want to know. If you want me to work for God, Seth says, if you want me to do this full time and helping thousands and thousands of people, I want to know who I'm working for. It's like saying you work for a company, but you don't know who your boss is. No, I want to know what God is. And Seth says, well, Marco, I don't even know what God is. Because the moment I say, here's God, God has already changed it in 1 second, because God is the addition of everything together. So as everything changes constantly, God changes, because God is the ocean made by a zillion droplets of water. These droplets of water evolve continuously and change places and so on and so forth. Hence, the big one changes with it constantly, but we can get really close. I said, well, I want to know the best version you got. And so fortunate to be able to, at least I can make sense of it. At least I can get up every morning, go on to sleep at night, knowing that I'm comfortable in this knowledge that it's not all for nothing. We don't live on a planet, flies in the sky at who knows how many zillion miles per second upside down and, revolving, and nothing ever falls off and nobody tells me why, or no one is ever upside down, or, think about it. It's a dream, you guys. It's a dream. So I says, I cannot live with this craziness without an answer. I need to know what do we go when we die? What is the purpose of being alive? What are we doing here? What are we working for? I want to know. And so when you are ready, when you knock on the door shall open. And so I'm fortunate. So now I'm helping as many people as possible. 5 to 10 people every day I counsel. And I change lives every day. With the seminar that Seth and I made, the phone is at the bottom there. We help people every day. All that knowledge is encapsulated in a seminar, and it transforms people every single day. I'm sorry, you guys, I didn't want to make this sound like a commercial, but once in a while you have to, spill the beans. Thank you. All right. Yeah, this is going to be a long one. I think we're due for this information. The time has come. We want to know. Let's be honest. We want to know. Thank you, Seth. Okay. So if you guys are ready, look, if you're not ready, don't worry about it. If you're good, don't worry about it. If you're in control of your life, don't worry about it. But if you feel that you need to know what's going on and you want to become in control of your life, stop blaming everybody else, because this is your movie, my dear friends. It's like Clint Eastwood writes a movie, hires all the actors. You're going to do this to me, you're going to kill me, you're going to shoot me, you're going to punch me, you're going to marry me, you're going to cheat on me, etc., etc. And then he forgets it's his own movie and he says, oh, you cheated on me, you punched me. But sir, you told us, you paid us to do that to you. Oh, really? I forgot. Well, that's the problem. That's exactly what's going on here, you guys. So I'll show you how it works and how to change the movie to your favor, okay? Now, if you picked 10 minutes later, cards number 1. Beautiful. We got 2 Aquarius and 1 Cancer. You guys, you are going to find out some truth today. You're going to find out some information which you were waiting for, which is going to cause you a lot of happiness. Either you asked for it, I think you did, or it's just going to come to you. It was due. Universe owes you a favor. You will celebrate today. Congratulations. It has to do with information, something you asked for, or something that comes to you because it's yours to have. So congratulations. Today you will be happy. You're going to find information which will shock you in a positive way. Okay? Aquarius, Cancer. If you pick cards number 2 instead, whoo, my God, look at this. Happy and happier and happiest. Total stability, total control of the situation, marriage, engagement, happy family, happy union, happy relationship. This could also be a partnership, but no, this is really, it is impossible for 2 cards of family and marriage to come together unless it were a natural love relationship. You guys gonna be so happy, it's like not even funny. Congratulations. But not only that, total stability, look, I wish I had these cards. Let me be honest with you. You're going to be jumping up and down of joy, okay? Let's put it that way. Wonderful cards. If you're married, your marriage is going to become fantastic. If you're not married, you are going to meet someone, engage, marriage, the summer, bang, 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 done, and a lot of bang, bang, bang as well. And yeah, because here we got a king of wands. This is really good. Any way you put it, this is really, really good, okay? Congratulations. Happy family, children. In other words, congratulations. Cancer, Leo, Cancer. Instead, if you pick cards number 3, a lot of work, and you can't get rid of the weeds. Okay, all right. Okay, so you've been waiting for some news, some information. In the meantime, you've been holding the fort and make sure that the weeds don't take over your little tree there. And you had almost lost hope. It's like, I can't do this anymore. I go 2 steps forward and 1 step behind. 2 steps forward, 1 step behind. I can't keep on doing this anymore. Perhaps it's a job that you were thinking of abandoning because you just couldn't do anymore, or a relationship. I think it has to do with money and finances and material things. You were waiting, and finally you get the news you were waiting for, and it's a victory. You're going to be very, very happy. You were almost ready to give up, but good thing you didn't, because you're going to be very happy. Okay, so we have here Taurus, Sagittarius, and Leo. Okay, you guys. My apologies for the long intro, but I think most of you guys are interested in that kind of information. Okay, big hug. See you tomorrow.